This is Don Gilsdorf. We're going to go over the Excel to GL add-in for progression. How that works is right here in the Macola General Ledger, post from Subledger, which you're probably familiar with, you will see an option called ASCII to interface. You may see that on your screen as being grayed out and not accessible. The reason that would be that case is that there is no file out here. There's a file called GLDIS.ASC.DAT that Macola is looking for. If that doesn't exist, then you won't see the option. I'm gonna delete this. I was doing some work with it earlier. I'm just gonna make it empty, and I'm gonna save it. But you won't have to worry about that. We'll go through that in a second. Over in Excel, it's an Excel add-in under the add-ins menu. Gain focus, Excel to GL, and you just want to format the sheet. This is just a visual basic format the sheet. Very straightforward. I will show you a couple other things here. If you want to change companies, you come to Administer Add-in, and you just pick from your company. As you pick one, it automatically changes the database. I'm going to keep it in Company 2. It's worth pointing out there's a data path. If you change companies, you need to come in and set the data path, set the export path. That's where the file that I showed you earlier is going to get written to. Now I'm just going to copy some data in here. I had got some GL accounts here. Copy. This is just hopefully just make this a quick Control V. And I'm going to put 4 zeros. Control C. Maybe. Come on. I don't want that to number. There we go. That's better. And I've got some invalid accounts here. I'm going to get rid of those. And I'm just going to make a short little journal entry here, nothing special, but I'm going to just delete this, delete this. Okay, so I'm going to just put some numbers in here. I'll just put $100, $1,000, that's fine. And I'm going to just debit all the way down here. And on my credit side, this has got to be a negative number. Now you can see I'm just summing it up. You can put any kind of formula in here, whatever. This will all work. I'm not going to use a job number, but we do support that. I'm going to put today's date in, if I can get down to it. 12, 13, 16, 16. I'm going to put its source. And I'm going to copy that all the way down. So this is just a template. At this point, you could save it and come back to it the next month, and maybe the numbers will change a little bit. But this is it's just another Excel template. You can keep it like this. Come in at next month, change the date. I'm going to show you now how this works. One of the things we want to do is check data. This will come through, and it will tell us over here in column L that it's ready to export. Now, if I make a mistake, I'm going to make a couple mistakes here on purpose. A job number that doesn't exist, and I'm going to put something in here that's too long. And I go check the data, and it's going to tell me job number does not exist. The source cannot exceed 8 or 10 characters. So I'm going to fix that back up. And we don't have a job number. And I'm going to check the data again. And so the data is wonderful. We're going to go with that. Now I'm going to export the data to the DAT file. That's the DAT file that I just showed you earlier out here, which is empty now. Nothing in there. If that file does not exist, this will create it. Also, when I export to the DAT, in case you forgot to check the data, it will run the check data again. So I'm going to export to the DAT file. The file was created. Do you wish to clear the data from this sheet? Well, no, because I'm going to do this same entry next month. I'm just going to change the dates and the amounts a little bit. It says you must now go to Macola and post from Subledger, which is the first thing I showed you. Before we do that, I'm going to flip back over to our file. And there it is, a bunch of debits and a credit. This N means that it has not been interfaced from Subledger. So now I'm going to go into Macola and actually do that. I'm going to make this 120116. Yep, 123116. Yep. And I'm going to take my ASCII 2 interface. Now before I hit go, one thing I want to revisit, in your GL setup, there is this checkbox, interface to GL journal transaction file. If that box is checked, when you post from Subledger, you get an unposted journal entry that appears out here under Transactions, General Journal, Enter Transactions. If this is unchecked, which most of my clients are unchecked, it goes directly to your general ledger. So I'm going to show you this is going to go directly to your general ledger. If you keep it checked, you have to come in and post somewhere else as well. So I'm going to go ahead and hit OK. And it's doing its thing. I'm going to print the file. That's fine. And this is finished. I look at this file now. It's all got a Y in it now. So I'm going to go look at account 1027, account 1135 in Macola. Let's go to View, General Ledger Accounts. Let's go to, what was it, 12 or 1020, was it? One of them, I think. There's $1,000. 120116, 123116. Was it 1135 if I recall? $14,000 credit. So that's our entries. That's pretty much it. It's very simple. Setup takes about 5 minutes. You have to have the only thing real noteworthy on setup. This is for your SQL people. You have to have SQL security. If I go to logins. When you see Amy_SQL or Don_SQL, that's how Macola gives you SQL rights. Since we're working externally to Macola, you have to actually create the user and give the user the rights. So it's very straightforward, and I can walk through your IT people through that process really quickly. I happen to have God rights on this machine, so I can do anything, but it's real simple to set up. That's about it. It's $800 plus 15% annual maintenance, so it's another $120, $920 total. The primary use for the annual maintenance is just keeping track of Excel, because Excel changes so much, every couple of years. Right now, this runs on Office 2007 through Office 365. So that's pretty much it. If you have any questions, give me a call, 251-459-3005. Thanks.